Hi, my name's Charles, and today I'd like to talk to you about my favorite video game and why I believe this game is the greatest game, but also why I believe this is the worst game that's ever been created. Now, to give a little history before we start, I want to bring up a few brief things about when I started playing this game, which was back in 2014 on the computer. Now, originally, this was a mod designed for a game called Arma. And to give a little history about that, Arma is a military game that's kind of based out of Russia, sort of, and Arma was a mod for the game. Now, the name of this game is called DayZ, and what DayZ is DayZ is a zombie survival game, which has a lot of PvP and a lot of PvE into it. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with it, PvE and PvP is PvE stands for player versus environment, and PvP stands for player versus player. Now, why I think it's the greatest game? Well, to start off, the game requires teamwork. It doesn't really require teamwork, but it works out better if you are a team instead of trying to do it solo or by yourself. But what makes it the best is it requires teamwork. You can do teamwork, which you can get a lot further, or you can do it solo, which it's a little more difficult, but prize versus reward. I mean, it's all up to you and how you think about it. But, so what you do is you run around, you search for gear, search for better gear than what you already have, or you can go from, or I mean also you can help people, like you can help other people, help yourself. I mean by help yourself is you go around, you can hunt down other people, and you can take their loot. Now, why it's the worst game, in my opinion, is the game's been out for almost a year and there's still a lot of bugs and glitches. And a prime example of this is the other day we had fully assembled a car, which is something you can find in the game. They're very hard to find, but very rewarding. So we found the car, spent a couple hours putting it together, driving down the road, and the game freezes. And when it finally fixes itself, you're wrapped around a tree. Now, in my opinion, that's extremely annoying. But for other people, I mean, it happens. Now, some of you will be like, it's probably because of your internet connection, and others will be like, yeah, well, no, it's happened before, it's totally understandable. But, I mean, it's risk versus reward when it comes to the car. Is it worth getting? Is it not worth getting? And right now, it's not worth getting. Because personally, what it boils down to is when they're creating this game, instead of fixing all these little bugs and whatnot, they're more focused on adding in more content, which isn't very helpful, very useful for some things. But I mean, besides the point, I mean, it's still, in my opinion, it's still the greatest game ever made. But it's a matter of opinion to you, anybody. Thank you.